This is Director Vim, and today I'm going to try as much as possible to keep this as short as I can. This is normally questions that I get from friends all over social media, personal friends that I got in South Africa and all that. And I decided to make this in the form of a video. It might be beneficial to others who are watching this, or anyone related, or anyone who is trying to plan a travel or tour either to South Africa or Ghana. So the question that I normally get asked is, hey Vim, how much will it cost me to visit Ghana? Hey Vim, how much will it cost me to go to South Africa? And I'll try to box everything in a single answer so that you guys will be able to know a rough estimation of how much it will cost you to visit these places. So as most of you guys do know, I'm a Ghanaian by nationality, but I've lived most of my life in South Africa. If you want to leave South Africa to Ghana for a visit, obviously, or by work, well, I think I'll cover more of visit side, but maybe the same strategy can also work out for you if you want to work in the country. So if you want to come and visit Ghana, I think obviously the first thing that you need to confirm is either your passport, the passport that you own, will be able to allow you to visit Ghana without any visa. If ever it needs a visa, then obviously you need to request or apply for a visa in the country where you are currently at. So let's say if you're in South Africa and you want to come to Ghana, you need to visit the Ghana Embassy, the Ghana High Commission, and then seek, wait, is it a Ghana High Commission or Ghana Embassy? No, it's a Ghana Embassy. So you need to go to the Ghana Embassy and then seek for Ghana visa, obviously to come in a form, and then you need to state the purpose of your visit. It's quite simple, but it also involves a bit of money, which is not too much, I believe. So you need to state the purpose of your travel. You need to let them know that how you're going for this particular reason and you'll be here for this date until this date, the duration in general. So after you list it, they'll reach out to you, I think in a couple of weeks, and then they'll grant you a visa. After the visa, you need to now get your tickets. So getting the tickets, the price also of the ticket depends on the type of airline that you used. So when I was coming from South Africa to Ghana, I really wanted to stay up there in the sky for longer duration, so I decided to go with South Africa Airways, which is a bit on the expensive side because obviously you guys do know that South Africa Airways is you guys do know. So I decided to go with South Africa Airways, which actually sets me back around 8,000 to 9,000 at the time where I booked. So currently I'm not sure how much it is right now, but bear in mind that prices do differ depending on the seasons and the rate as well. So it's roughly around 8 to 9 all the way to 10,000. That's a single way. So if ever you need a ticket that will bring you from South Africa to Ghana and then spend some time and go back to South Africa after some time, then obviously you should be looking around 20,000 South African rands, and I believe that is fair for South Africa Airways. So this is just an estimation price. I'm not sure of the actual cost. Remember, it can be more or less. But I also want you guys to be aware that there are also other options that you can use. There are a lot of airlines that you can use which are way cheaper than South African airline, but just bear in mind that it will not be as fast as South Africa Airways. So with the duration of South Africa airline, I think it's about 6 hours and a few minutes. But with other airlines like Ethiopia, Kenya, Uganda, and all that, I believe you'll be in the sky for roughly 8-9 hours. Yeah, so that is the main reason why I had to avoid the other ones and use the South African airline. But the advantage is with the other airlines, you get to pay a bit lesser than the South African Airways. So with other airlines, you can get a single ticket for maybe 6,000 or 7,000. That's just one way. So if you want the in and out one, you should be sitting back around 10 or 11 grand somewhere there. So like I said, South Africa Airways is the most expensive one because it actually flies directly without any transit. So it's quite convenient for people who don't want to be in the sky for long and people who have enough money to spend. But if you don't have enough money and you don't mind being in the sky for too long, then I guess the other options will also help you as well. So yeah, after that, obviously you need to plan your stay in Ghana, and this has to happen. You need to do all the preparations and planning whilst you are in your country, whether South Africa or Ghana. So you need to plan in terms of where you're gonna stay. You need to plan in terms of where you're gonna, where the places you'll be eating or how you're going to get food to eat. Obviously, you coming to Ghana, you won't be familiar with most of the Ghana dishes, but most of them are pretty nice, and I believe you will enjoy it. So you need to also have some pocket money aside for in case of medical issues, sickness, or any related problems that you may need to fix. You also need to have some extra cash for transportation when you're in the country, because obviously when you get here, you won't be in the room forever. You will be going around to places to tour around and view tourist attractions. So obviously you need to have some extra bucks with you. So overall, all I can say is if you're in South Africa and you want to come to Ghana, I think in total, together with your flight tickets, your food, accommodation, and transport, you should be looking roughly around 30,000 South African rands. So this includes your airline, like I mentioned, your food as well. And I believe by the time you finish with the airline, you probably have around 10,000 left. And I think 10,000 should be able to sustain you throughout 1 week duration in Ghana. So things are very much, affordable in Ghana for now. Remember, things might change as time goes on, and it also depends on what currency and which country you are from. So in SA, if you got about 10,000 rands in SA, it's quite a bit huge in Ghana. So it will serve as benefits to you. Another advice that I would like to give people who want to fly down here is always try as much as possible to convert your currency into dollars. So when I was coming from SA, I had a few rands with me. I did change some into dollars, and I did change some into, I didn't actually change some. So I changed some into dollars and I left some as rands. It's a problem if you want to change physical rands here, because they do not really believe the strength of the rands. Let me just put it that way. They don't like the South African currency. So it's a problem if you want to change it, but if you have the dollar, anywhere you go, you'll be able to change the dollar into Ghana currency, and it also holds a stronger value in Ghana. So always try as much as possible to convert your currencies to dollar before you step down to Ghana. Trust me, Ghana is safe, and I think at the time of recording this video, it has been stated the second most peaceful country in the world. That is coming from a particular website. I'm not sure if it's official, but yeah, Ghana is very, very safe. It's nice. As long as you got your money to spend, I think, man, you're going to enjoy very, very much. So always bear that in mind. There are a whole lot of tourist attractions to visit, and I've made a couple of videos on this channel. So always check this channel out. There are a whole lot of videos that you can watch, all the way from Ebri to Kenting, Botifos, Jamestown. There's a whole lot, and I'm still trying to make a lot of videos based on these tourist attractions, which is under my vlog segment. So if you do enjoy this type of travel, advices and all that, traveling into Ghana, South Africa, you can always reach me out on social media as well, and I'll try my possible best to give you all the techniques or knowledge that I know. And also, if you are in Ghana and you want to visit South Africa, it's the same way, but bear in mind that South African currency is a bit stronger than Ghana currency. So the currencies that you may have here to South Africa might not hold a huge value. So yeah, getting the visa is quite easy. At the point of shooting this video, if you want to obtain a South African visa, I think it range from 2,000 cedis, maximum of 5,000 Ghana cedi. So it's quite reasonable for a visa. And I know that if ever you're a Ghanaian and you want to go to South Africa, you definitely need a visa. They implemented a law that there will be no visa required, but we didn't hear of anything from there. So a Ghanaian needs a visa to visit South Africa, but I'm not sure whether a South African will need a visa to visit Ghana. You just need to do the inquiries yourself at the embassy. So yeah, obviously, like I said, you need money. So once you get your visa, you get your ticket, and tickets in Ghana also depends on which airline, same procedure like vice versa. So you also need your airline tickets, like I said, and it also depends on which airline you use with the price rates, and they also do change and all that. So yeah, once you get it, you tend to leave the country, and yeah, you get to South Africa airport, they ask you a few questions why you are here and all that. I think overall, flying from Ghana to South Africa is much difficult in terms of migrations and all that. They tend to give hard time at the airport. There have been many circumstances that I've seen people or heard people being deported from South Africa airports back to Ghana because they were unable to provide their reason for, I mean, the traveling. So it's a problem, especially if your English and writing is a bit of a problem. It will be a huge problem at the airport in South Africa. You don't want to go through this, so please make all your inquiries and preparations before you leave to South Africa. South Africa is nice. I've been there for a little over 15 years now. So I went to school there. I did a whole lot of, I mean, stuff there. So I'm still planning I'll be leaving soon back to South Africa. So I'm not sure the time you guys will be watching this video, but yeah, roughly next 2023, let's say mid 2023, I should be in South Africa. So overall, that is it about Ghana. If you want to come to Ghana, it's all nice. The only advice that I'll give you is prepare well, have enough money. Have enough money. I can't stretch this enough. You need money. You need a whole lot of money. Like, just have money. Have money, guys. If you have money, I think you'll be good to go. So in case you want the conversions of currency that I did into dollars, let me give you real quick. So an estimation of 30,000 South African rands into how do you call it, dollars. Oh, so it's 1,700 and what, which is an estimation of, let's say, $2,000. So with $2,000, you should be able to leave South Africa to Ghana. This includes your tickets, your flight tickets, your food, accommodation and transportation in Ghana as well. So I believe, yeah, with what, $2,000 US dollars, you should be able to get to Ghana. And if you are using the euros, then I guess 1,700, which is also, let's also run it off to also 2,000 euros. So $2,000, 2,000 euros, and 1,500 pounds, you should be able to visit Ghana. So trust me, Ghana is nice. Ghana is very nice. Don't get me wrong, these amounts that I just listed are based on my personal experience and the amount that I've been spending. The prices may also differ depending on your level of standard. So you might be someone that will be like, no, I want a 5-star hotel, I want a big car, I don't want to use the public transport, I want this. Then you should be, I mean, looking to spend a bit more than what I listed. But if ever you are a low budget person and money conscious guy like me, I think you should be able to survive this estimations. So without said, thank you very much for coming here. I hope you did enjoy this. Like I said, if you have any questions, just reach me out on Instagram, Facebook. The name is Director Vim, and I'll try to answer your questions as much as I can. Thank you for coming. I guess I will see you guys in the next one. Stay safe. Peace.